Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It must be Sunday night. This is your Thunderstrikers live show from the Casa. And now the host of your show, Joe D'Angelo.
Wow, almost perfect. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe D'Angelo, Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers live here in Palm Harbor, Florida at Casa Thunderstrikers. I am your host. Most everybody is watching the Tampa Bay Bucks against the New York Giants. The Giants are my team. I've been a Giant fan since birth. Devin's team, the Tampa Bay Bucks, and their quarterback, Jameis Winston, which gave the Giants a chance to win the game because he's just awful. And Jones is the heir apparent to the great Hall of Fame quarterback. Eli Manning is definitely going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. But you know what? The Giants are hanging tough. It's 25.
28.
No, it's 31-25.
Yeah, that's right. They just scored a field goal.
Yeah, 31-25. Okay, so the Bucks got a slim lead on the Giants as you know, they still got 6 minutes to go in the fourth, so the Giants have a chance. But I'm very impressed with Jones. I think he's going to be the future Eli Manning. And if it wasn't for the Giants' sucky-ass defense, I think the Giants would have won the game. But here we go. It's Tampa Bay Lightning show, and we talk hockey here. So we're not going to get into football. We're not going to get into the baseball. The Rays lost again today. Just throw it out there. They still have plenty of time to choke. Of course, the Yankees won today, 102 wins. I predict 105. They may even get more than 105. But let's talk Lightning hockey because the season's getting closer. Last night, we watched the pre-show, or the preseason game last night against the Predators. And while we did lose the game, you know, still in all, I mean, you know, we were able to watch some of our kids, the prospects and everything. And the Lightning are still cutting some guys. We made some roster moves on Saturday, and we made some roster moves today. And we are at 33 on the current roster. So there's 33 guys left in camp. And, you know, we cut 9 guys. And we put 4 guys on waivers today. So the following are the waiver guys that are now on waivers. Cameron Gauntz, Dominic Mason, Ben Thomas, and Scott Wedgwood, who was the goalie last night. Losing goalie for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's been a very good goaltender for us, and he figures to be the starter for the Crunch when he gets sent down, but he's got to go through waivers first. There were a couple of significant cuts yesterday and today. Alex Bolek-Gar, Colton Ross, Corey Conacher, who's already on waivers, probably not going to get claimed, so he's going to be down on the Syracuse Crunch. We cut both Foot brothers, Nolan Foot and Cal Foot, were just reassigned to the Crunch. Chris Miller, Otto Sampi, Martin Spencer, and the one cut that I didn't want to see, that I was hoping that he was going to make the team, did not, Mitchell Stevens. But I'll tell you what, Mitchell Stevens is going to be back.
He will be.
Mitchell Stevens not only can run, but he can also be an aggressive spark plug for that team. Unfortunately, I think he got beat out by Volkov. I think Volkov beat him out. So as of right now, I would say Volkov is going to make the team. Brendaway is going to make the team. Smith and Martell, you would think that Martell would make it, but Smith is doing a pretty good job of pressing that. But, you know, I'm very happy for Volkov because he's been really, really good for the Bolts. And Brendaway, he's just, you know, you can't cut somebody like that. You can't. No. I mean, he's done a really good job. So,
he has.
Okay, so as we've said all along, McKinley and Bassey are going to be the two goaltenders on the roster. And then, we'll see what happens with the final cuts. We have to cut 10 more. As everybody knows, the roster is at 23 when the season starts. So they'll need to get it down to 10. And the Lightning have done most of the cuts. So I'm going to give it to my producer right now to let us know who's in the chat room.
We had John
McAmee.
Joanna O'Reilly.
John O'Reilly, what's up? What's up from Florida?
And that was the only two in the chat room so far.
Oh, okay. Hello, Jonna.
And she says hi, and she sent kisses and the heart.
Yeah, you need to come down, and especially now with everything that's happening in the family, the death in the family and everything, you need to get away. I'm going to be going on vacation to North Carolina at the end of next month. But after that, I'd be free. So you want to take a trip down, get away from that snow, because that snow's coming.
Oh, yeah.
She lives in New York. You know that snow's coming. Yeah. So it's going to be nice here towards the end of the November, December, then January. Beautiful weather here. It's not 90 and 100 degrees anymore, at that time. So be a perfect time to come down here and visit and have a good time. You've been down here before. She's been down here before. So hopefully, take a little trip, take a little vacation. I still got 3 weeks left of vacation, even after I go to North Carolina, which is pretty incredible. So.
And Ellen just joined us also.
Hello, Ellen. Yeah, the Bolts are struggling a little bit. I loved McKinley and goal on the win the other night. McKinley was like the great wall. He's going to be our backup, and he's a really, really good backup, and I really think that it's going to really help us. Louis Domingue, by the way, is reporting to the Crunch, so he will be down there for the Crunch. Everybody thought that Louis was going to get claimed, and you know what? He didn't. So, people were surprised by that. The fact that Louis Domingue is going to be down for the Crunch is kind of surprising. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, all our guys that we've placed on waivers, none of them have been claimed. That includes Corey Conacher. So, we're in good shape. I see, is she asking me a question?
No, she just said hi.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you guys, if you have questions or anything, that's what I'm here for. And my producer
is monitoring
the chat room, as that's a little far from you to see.
Yeah.
But, so, the Lightning roster is starting to take shape. We're at 33 in camp. We need to get down to 23, so we need to cut 10 guys. And over the next few days, we have a preseason game on Tuesday. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think so. So we have to go down to Sunrise and take care of business against the Kitty Cats. And then we'll go from there.
Actually, we do have a question from Ellen.
Okay. I knew she would ask me a question.
Why didn't anyone pick him up?
Well, here's the way I see it, as the broadcast journalist that I am. The reason why Louis Domingue was not claimed is because Louis Domingue wants to be a star, okay? And, we all think we've seen him start, and he's proven himself to be a starter. I think he would be a good starter, actually.
I do too.
But there's a lot of teams out there that already have their goalies, and they're not looking for, another full-time goalie. I think it's a very good, valid question, but I think people look at Louis Domingue and see a backup.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I think they see a backup, and Louis Domingue has proven to be an excellent backup, and that's the thing. He's proven to be a backup, but he proved to us that he can start too.
Yeah.
He started.
Yeah.
So I'm really shocked as everybody else that Louis Domingue did not get claimed. So now, I'm sure JBB will still attempt to trade him because he is not in the plans. The plan is moving forward that we have 2 goalies, and one of them is Vasi, and the next one, of course, is Vanderway, who's proven Vanderway. Why am I thinking Vanderway? McKinley. The reason why McKinley's in there is because he's a veteran backup, and that's all he wants to be. And he's played good as a backup, and I really think he's going to be. Hey, we saw what McKinley can do the other night when we won, right?
Yeah.
We saw it.
Yep.
So I think McKinley is ready to be a great backup for Vasi. So, but your question is very valid, and
she actually has another one too.
Okay.
What's the story with the Foot brothers?
The Foot brothers have been assigned to the crunch. They did not make the cut, and nobody expected them to make the cut. You know, they were expected to go back. So there's no surprise there. We have a whole bunch of kids that have proven that they belong here. 3 of them stand out. You know, as I look at the names, 3 of them stand out that deserve to be on this team. Volkov deserves to be on this team. Vanderway deserves to be on this team. I thought, and I was disappointed, but then again, you know, I'm not JBB. I thought Steffens would deserve it. Steffens definitely deserved to make this team. There could be a move coming where, you know, they make room for him. Who knows? But as of right now, Volkov and Vanderway are going to make this team as of right now. And Smith is probably going to go down. And Markel, I'm not so sure he's going to be kept either right now because of these kids. They're really knocking on the door right now. So we could see some changes in the Lightning roster, for sure. So awesome questions, and you know, I'll answer them as best to my ability as I can. And again, as I've told Ellen and I've told many other people that monitor the sites, that you know, unless you know, you can look at all these rumors and everything, but you know, the key, as I've said many times before, is you always want to make sure that you hear it from one of the veteran voices or columnists, correspondents that know what they're doing and they know what's going on. So be sure to make sure that you have a credible source before you believe what you see or hear. So, and I've given those names several times on who to trust and who not to trust. So I think I've covered that quite well. And we still have a lot more to talk about here with some of these guys. There'll be more cuts within the next day or two. With the Lightning going to Sunrise now in preseason for Tuesday night's game, I'm sure you may see a couple more, you know, to get that roster down.
Yep, I'm sure of it.
Yep. So, and again, I feel like Wedgwood played pretty decent. He proved that he belongs. You know, but we already have our 1 and 2, and you know, there's not going to be anything, you know, changing that. I don't believe. I think Vasi and McKinley are the 2 guys that we're going to keep. So, again, it was a good effort. I think it was good seeing some of the veterans that we haven't seen yet, you know, playing. Nikita Kucherov was Nikita Kucherov the other night, scoring 2 goals.
Yeah.
You know, and Volkov with the goal. Volkov is definitely deserving of his playing here. I don't think they're sending Volkov or Vanderway down. And again, Vanderway has been a catalyst on this team. He's proven that he belongs too. So, you know, they're in a comfortable situation, you know, with these prospects. They're showing that they can really do well. So, you haven't seen the last of the Foot brothers. I do believe at some point they may get recalled if somebody gets hurt. And then next year they'll be battling for a roster spot. And there will be some, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be some roster spots open next year. I can pretty much guarantee it. I mean, with our payroll and everything being the way it is, and we have to make some very tough decisions. And, you know, we went over that before about status for these guys that are going to be wanting a raise, and we're just not going to be able to, fit them into the payroll next year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough to keep everybody, and JPP knows that. But the fortunate thing is that we have these kids, and they've proven that they belong. And if you have to get rid of somebody because he's making $5 million, and you're trying to keep the payroll down as much as possible, and you only got $8.5 million right now to spend. So you're limited to what you can do. You have to sign Braden Point, and again, that's the issue of the bridge deal.
Yeah.
The bridge deal is is a big issue because somebody looks at that and says, okay, well, he's only offering 3 years, and you only have 8.5 right now left over to use, and if Braden gets 5.7 or even 6 something, you're only left with 2 million. So it's tough, and you still have 8 restricted free agents still available. You still have Patrick Lane out there. You still have Nico Ritz-Lennon. There's some guys that Anthony D'Angelo signed with the Rangers, so he's off the list. So now you scratch his name up, but you still have 7 restricted free agents still available. And let's see. There was no surprises with the cuts today. Cameron Gounce, he did a pretty good job, but he's going back to the crunch. Dominic Mason, Ben Thomas, and of course Scott Woodbridge. He did his best he could last night. So I really think Volkov and Vanderway have pretty much shown up, unless something I don't know about. Them 2 have been the most elite in the preseason.
And we got another question.
Okay.
Ellen wants to know how did we get into this payroll mess?
Well, that's a good question, and the answer to that is look at your big guys. Look at your guys. Look at Stamkos. Look at his long-term contract. Look how much he's making. Look at Victor Hedman. Look at his contract. Look how much he's making. All these big guys. Nikita Kucherov starts a brand new contract. He's going to cost a fortune, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
And of course, Vasi's contract. Look at how much Vasi's getting. He got a huge contract, and it's big. It's you have all these contracts and all these long-term commitments. This is what happens. You get into a crunch where you literally can't get out of. And we've talked about who we possibly could lose next year with signing all these big guys, and then you have to deal with the cap, and the cap really doesn't go up that much. It doesn't go up enough to really help us. Next year now, you're going to be faced with having to sign Cernak. You're going to have to sign Sergachev. You're going to have to sign Sorelli, and you're going to have to sign Joseph. You have $67 million committed to 13 players. There's your answer right there. If you wanted to know the answer, there is the answer. It's concrete. We've spent a lot of money and a lot of long-term contracts on these guys. Killorn, Tyler Johnson. These guys are making over $5 million a year. That all adds up.
It does.
Giants, 32. Buccaneers, 31.
There's still time.
First and 10. There's still time. It's going to be one of those. We're going to run down the field because the Giants' defense sucks, and the Bucs are going to get a field goal, and the Bucs are going to win. Probably.
Hopefully.
Probably. Not hopefully. Probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
For you, it's hopefully.
Yeah, for me.
Wouldn't it be something though if the Giants won this game and they're not even, they lost their best player? Somebody took Barkley out today. That cheap hit on him took him out, so he's out 6 to 8 weeks now. Barkley's our best player. That just annoyed me. But a nice comeback by the Giants. Daniel Jones is the man. He is the quarterback to watch. He is the Eli Manning of the future. Love it. But that was just a something that just popped up on my phone. All right, so all those questions were very valid, very good questions, and I answered them to the best of my ability, and it makes sense. You know, when you think about everybody that, you know, is going to be intending that we're going to have to sign, we're not going to be able to sign all of them, bottom line.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Again, trusted sources to believe when you see a post or something, and I wouldn't go with the NHL rumors. I would go with the beat writers, columns, Joe Smith, Eric Endelson, Brian Burns. Those are the top three. Dan Herjan is credible, very good friend of mine, very, very resourceful and brilliant. Kaylee Cherios, and Kaylee's got a great section on hers too, and congratulations for the promotion as well. She got promoted, and she definitely deserved it. So congratulations, Kaylee. She's going to be in the booth, radio booth. So that's going to be good to see, good to hear. So coming up on the second half of the show, we are going to talk about Dan Girardi. We're going to talk about Dan Girardi, what a career, what he's done, how much he did in the short time that he was with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So I'm going to dedicate the second portion of this show towards Dan Girardi and everything that he did for us.
There you go.
I think he deserves it.
He does.
Yeah. Is there anything else out there in the chat going on?
We had several people come in after. Let's see here. We had Chris, Sean Matthew Cummins, Andrew Miller, Karen Thompson Reed, Susan K. Herring, Maureen, Fran Strait, and Zachariah Miller, Valerie Lynch, Stephanie, can't say the, just so I'll just say the first name, Stephanie.
Okay.
We haven't had any more questions.
Okay. All right, so there you go. There's an update on everything that we need to talk about. And, you know, the Mitch Mariner contract is so insane that you might want to blame Mitch Mariner for getting that contract. He got 6 years, $10.893 billion. That is way too much money on a guy that isn't the best player in hockey. He's not.
No doubt.
You know, Nikita Kucherov is the best player now in hockey.
Yeah.
Undisputed. Kucherov's the man.
Yeah.
But Mitch Marner gets that ridiculous contract, and then all of a sudden the Bolts are in a situation where, okay, well, we're not going to be able to give him, you know, anywhere near that. You know, we have to talk a bridge deal. And, you know, agents don't like, I don't know if agents like.
No, I don't think so.
3 years, $5.7 million. He's not going to take that. He's not going to take 3 years, $5.7 million.
I don't see it.
It's not going to happen. I don't see it. I just don't see it. But you know what? Let's see what happens as time goes on. Maybe they increase the offer. Like I've said in the past show, there's no trade clauses that are coming off where some of the key players that are making the big bucks, they are going to be shopped around. Once again, Tyler Johnson's going to be shopped around. He has a history of signing bridge deals. He signed that 3-year, $3.33 million contract in 2014. Then after that, he signed his big contract that he got. Palat, same thing, 3 years, 3.3. In June of 2014, they signed him to a bridge deal. Then they signed him to a bigger deal. So this is how the Lightning do business. They sign you to a bridge deal, and then they sign you to a bigger deal. Well, it looks like there's going to be a field goal here.
Field goal attempt.
A field goal attempt by the Buccaneers.
4 seconds left.
4 seconds left. This is the game right here.
It's up. It's good. No, it's no good.
The field goal is no good. The New York Giants have won. Yes.
No.
Yes, 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 yes. Booyah! Upset. Yeah, and you can call it an upset because the Bucks are supposed to be a team that the Giants have terrible defense, and if it wasn't for Eli Jr. here with his touchdown passes, we would have never won the game. The Bucks just don't have the. How many field goals did they miss today?
That would be 3.
That's what cost them the game.
Yeah.
That's what cost them the game. They didn't get the field goals. It was 2 in the beginning of the game, right? That they missed.
Those aren't considered field goals. They're considered extra points.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't get the extra point twice.
One missed field goal.
And one missed field goal and this. So, Mr. Jones, Mr. Eli Manning Jr. wins his first game. That's fantastic. What a day for Jones. I'm so happy for him. The Giants win. The Giants win. I'm happy. That makes my day. Okay, let's get back to the subject at hand, because I know there's a lot of Tampa fans out there, and yeah, I'm the biggest Tampa Bay Lightning fan there is, but when it comes to football, nope, I'm a Giants fan for life. Baseball, nope, I'm not a Rays fan, never have been, never will be. I'm a Yankee fan. I will never change. That's always going to be. So just get over it. The Bucks, they should have won this game today. You know, bottom line, they should have won this game. But they didn't. And I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. So if it makes you mad, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. The Giants win their first game of the season, and it's against the Tampa Bay Bucks. So thank you, Bucks, for missing those field goals and letting us win the game. And Mr. Jones, you are the next Hall of Fame quarterback, just like Eli is definitely a Hall of Fame quarterback. So let's go back to the Lightning here. Do we have we reached the halfway point yet?
Just about 7:27.
Okay, well, I'm going to have my producer close out the first half, and I'm going to get my notes together for the Dan Girardi tribute that we're going to have. And I'm going to take a sip of water and get my notes together while my producer closes out the first half of the show.
Thank y'all for watching. This is your Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers live show here at the Casa. And we appreciate everybody for watching. And I hope you stay tuned for the next half hour. It will be a great half hour. And that's all I got.
That's a good thing I got stuff here and I can go right into this. A man of few words.
As we just get a question here.
Okay, let's answer some more questions because you know I'd love to answer them to the best of my ability.
Of course, it's Ellen. What's the impact to the Wolves if we lose point? What team would pick them up?
Well, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know if Braden Point's being offered more contracts from other teams. His agent may be, you know, doing a feeling out process to see who's interested and see if they get any offers. Braden Point wants to stay in Tampa. Braden Point wants to be a Tampa Bay Lightning player. There's no question about it. He does not want to play anywhere else. He wants to play for us. The agent is the one that's controlling right now. He's the one that's working on the future contract for Braden Point. So I would say right now that we are still the favorites to sign him. There's going to have to be a compromise. Somebody's going to have to give in. The agent says we're not close. We don't know if that's true or not, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, time will tell. As the preseason winds down, we only got 2 more preseason games. I'm going to be there on Saturday night. Next Saturday is the final preseason game of the season before the opening night the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Kitty Cats here at Family Arena on the 3rd. Will be there as well for that. And I'm excited and ready to go. Will you see Braden Point? I don't really know. I think a lot of people that were very optimistic have turned pessimistic. I think they're concerned. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. It's going to have to be a bridge deal. I don't know if they can sign him legitimately to a regular monster contract when you only have 8.5 left in the bank. And, do you give it all on one player? If you got $8.5 million left and, your Braden Point, looking at these monster contracts that are out there, he's going to listen to his agent. His agent's the one that's, taking the offers.
Yeah.
So, does it hurt us? Yes, absolutely. But I have a lot of faith in this team, and I have a lot of faith in these kids. And if Braden Point, if they can't sign Braden Point, what are you going to do?
No.
You lose a 40-goal scorer. You lose a prominent goal scorer. We still have really good goal scorers on the team. It's not like we don't. We have plenty of guys that can put the puck in the net. That's demonstrated last year where we had a whole bunch of them that were put in the net by several players. So is it the end of the world if Braden Point doesn't come back? No. That's how good this team is. They will get by. I mean, there's been times when Stamkos went down. There's times when Hedman went down. Plenty of times where some of our superstar players have gone down, and we have managed to win games. And that's why we have the records that we have. Over the past 5 seasons, the Lightning, 4 out of 5, have gotten to the playoffs. We need to conquer. We need to get into the playoffs and extend our wins. We need to do it.
Yeah.
Last year was a choke, and it was embarrassing. And we don't want to, think back into that. We want to move ahead. We want to move forward. If it's with Braden Point, we've just increases our chances of going to the Stanley Cup playoffs. If it's without Braden Point, then, you're looking at, other guys are going to have to step up and make up for that loss of 40 goals. And it's not impossible. We have several players that are capable of putting the puck in the net. So that's my evaluation. That's what I think. I hope that they can sign him. I know a lot of fans are pessimistic. They're thinking that it's a distraction. They're thinking that it's very negative thoughts right now about Braden Point. But I wouldn't lose faith and I wouldn't lose hope. And, he's not gone yet, so let's hope that they can wrap up something and maybe Braden can understand. These other guys have taken bridge deals before. Okay? Nikita Kucherov is an example.
Yeah.
There are several players on this team that took bridge deals before they signed their contracts. Why not Braden Point? Well, maybe you have an agent that's just pushing for the moon, the sun, the sky, and everything else. And maybe he's just, not wanting Braden to take a bridge deal.
I don't know.
So there you go. Let's hope that they sign him. They're a better team with him than without him.
Exactly.
That's for sure. But you know what? I mean, you have to look at the salary cap. We only have a certain amount to do and to go with, and then, next year the cap goes up again. See what happens then. But you can only save so many bodies on this team. There are 5 guys that may be gone next year, or 3 out of the 5, or maybe 2 out of the 5. Whatever we can sign, we'll sign them when the time comes, and we'll be trading some of them that we need to trade to get that payroll down. To get to a point where we can keep some of our guys and have to move some chips. And that's what's going to happen next year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to move some chips next year in order to sign the guys that we want moving forward. So there's the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Lots of answers, lots of questions. Thank you very much for your questions. That's awesome. I like it.
Get Cooch on the show. Well, he's.
You can go get Cooch. You can go wake him up because he's sleeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake him up.
We had Elsa on in the pre-show, and we feel like now it's time to get Cooch on the show. Hopefully he'll, if you put him on the table, maybe he'll stay on the table for a little while. Say hi, Cooch. Now, Cooch doesn't say much. He's not the type.
He's not a talker.
He's not like Elsa. He will not talk. But he will, he likes to get on camera. So we love to, have him on the show, give him some exposure. And then we're going to give him, hello, baby. Oh, he loves his daddy. Yeah, so we just feel like, Cooch needs his time to get on the show and say hello to everybody, right? You good boy. You good boy. Of course, you can't see him because he's facing me and giving me kisses. So, there we go. There we go. So we're going to give Cooch a little love and everything and let him get on the table and say hello to his fans.
Yeah. He's looking at me like, yeah.
So you like to look at the camera. See the camera? You're worldwide, Mr. 305. Keep that.
You too.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Devin to send the pictures. We took pictures of Cooch with the headphones on.
Yeah.
And, what Daddy's influence.
Yes, you preview. You don't want to do it now.
Yeah, see, there was pressure on him now. There was no pressure on him before. So he was like, I was putting the headphones on him and everything, and he was fine with it. Now he's like, he's on camera, so he's like, nah, I want to be conservative.
I don't think so.
So we are graced with the appearance of the co-host, named after the great Nikita Kucherov. This is Cooch. As he slowly wanders into the distance of the recording studio.
And his buddy's still on camera.
And he's still on camera because he's sitting.
Yeah.
There you go.
In the co-host seat.
In the co-host seat. How about that? We have a co-host on the show.
We do.
That's awesome. So I got my producer on one side and I got my co-host on the other, Mr. Cooch.
He's looking at you like, what's wrong with you?
You're on camera. You're all over the world. You are a YouTube sensation. Watch the numbers go up.
Yeah.
It's Kucherov.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I promised the second hour would be a tribute to Dan Girardi. And even though I hate the team that Dan Girardi played for 11 years, Dan Girardi was a New York Ranger for 11 years. But the last 2 years, he upgraded himself from the losing Rangers with the losing tradition to a winner.
Yep.
Boom. Signed that deal with the Tampa Bay Lightning and has been with us for 2 straight seasons as a Bolt. He played 139 games for the Tampa Bay Lightning and 10 goals, 34 points in 2 seasons for us. And Dan, we're going to definitely miss you. The one thing that stands out about Dan Girardi in my mind is the fact that Dan Girardi would sacrifice his body no matter what.
He would. On
plays that looked really bad and that we were going to lose the lead and, the momentum changed and everything. Dan Girardi sacrificed his body each and every time. How many times have I seen him sprawl out, take a puck to them? I mean, it's hit him everywhere in all these years.
It has.
Dan Girardi in his career played 927 games total, 56 goals, 264 points, 143 playoff games total, 30th on the all-time list for defensemen. And again, he was with the Rangers for 11 years, and 2 with us. Dan Girardi, he's a class guy, very popular in the locker room, very popular with the Lightning players. So, again, he spent 11 years, long seasons with the Rags. But, lucky for him that, he was able to come to Tampa and play with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And we will definitely miss Dan Girardi, especially when it comes to, saving it.
Yeah.
Saving us, and he was almost like an emergency backup goaltender.
He was.
How many people? I mean, it's just
you gotta look at the camera cues. Don't look at Daddy.
He's not even looking at me. His eyes are fading out like he just.
Well, I hope he keeps looking at you. I'm sitting there staring.
Yeah, well, I see those eyes closing, and he's very, very comfortable in the co-host seat. Yes, my new co-host doesn't say much. He just sits there and looks stoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As y'all can see.
Yeah, he just looks totally stoned. That's it. My cat is a stoner now.
And he hasn't even had catnip either.
He hasn't even had exactly. He has not had the catnip, but yet he looks like he's had too much catnip. As the eyes just keep on fading in and out. Gooch. Look at Daddy.
He can't keep those eyes open.
He cannot keep those eyes open. The life of a cat. Now, how many people out there have cats? Your cats just look like they're constantly stoned all the time. Does your cat blink his eyes and sit there and just like look at you funny? He always staring at Devin.
Yeah. He knows who I am though, but
he does know who you are.
It's not as bad as somebody,
Well,
well,
that's a cat. There's a difference between catnip and the
other thing.
Yeah, the other thing. So, but this is the quiet co-host. He's just very comfortable co-hosting the show, sitting on a stool, looking like he's had a hard day. I can't recall anything that he's done to make that day really hard like that.
No, I don't know. Maybe it was just that little bit of playing time we got after I got over here.
I don't know. But again, we want to wish Dan Girardi the very best in his retirement. Dan, you earned it. We hope you enjoy your retirement. And hopefully he'll be at a couple of games, a couple of Lightning games. Hopefully he'll be around.
Yeah, hopefully.
You never know.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see him.
It would be.
Who just joined the chat room? It looks like Teresa.
Yep.
What does she have to say?
She says, "Hi Joe, how are you?"
Hello, Teresa, all the way from Long Island, New York. Are you still in Long Island? Next year, I do have a trip planned. Next year, one of my closest, bestest friends, Matt Brower. We are celebrating. Wow, I don't even remember how many years it's been. Matt always remembers how long we've been friends from day one. He's got just one of those amazing minds and memories, and he can remember everything like that. But I told him that I'm going to come down and we're going to celebrate all the years that we've been friends. I know it's over 20 years. And I got friends even longer than that, but Matt Brower has been my friend for over 20 years, and he's been an amazing best friend. And he is a Giants fan too, which is another thing I love about him. We're both Giant diehards. So my fellow fan, Matt Brower, it's been a great friendship and continue to be. And next year, looks like my co-host has woken up, and my co-host is now. For the moment, no, and back down to face the goal bolt off the camera, staring at the goal bolts.
Teresa says no, she's in Florida, Palm Bay.
What? You moved out of Long Island? Oh my God. Palm Bay. Where the hell's Palm Bay?
I don't know. We're going to have to Google that now.
I have to Google it, Teresa, because I don't know where the hell Palm Bay is. Are you on the Atlantic side then? Because that's the dangerous side. That's the side that always gets the hurricanes and everything. It just seems like it's not a very safe place to live on the Atlantic side, because that's where all the hurricanes come up from. Miami, all that coastline and everything. I would not want to be living on that end of the coastline. We're in Pinellas County, not too far from Clearwater Beach.
By Melbourne.
Oh, that's where they just get hit over there in Melbourne.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't know you were in Melbourne. Yeah, that's that part. No.
It'll be good for a visit, but that's
Yeah.
not it.
Yeah, I mean, I stayed at my buddy's house in West Palm Beach, and that was like, not a good area. No, bad memories of, the storms coming up that way, especially Key West, up that way, destroys Key West, goes up that Atlantic coastline. No, we're not live on that side of the coastline. No. So we covered what I wanted to cover with Dan Girardi. We've covered all the cuts. We're currently at 33 on our roster right now, and the kids are really showing a lot of fight and everything. We still have to get down to 23 players, and I know we will. It's going to take some time. And I think that's about it. I think I've covered everything. I've answered a lot of questions, which is really, really good. I really love that I have the opportunity to do that. One thing I wanted to cover is with Mariner signing that ridiculous contract. Believe it or not, that only puts him 7th in the NHL's top paid players. There's McDavid at number 1, Panarin in that ridiculous contract with the Rangers, which is insane, at number 2. Austin Matthews, number 3, Carlson, number 4, Tavares, number 5, Dougherty, number 6, and Rich Mariner comes in at number 7, highest paid. That is just a ridiculous contract. And so what do you think about Cirelli moving up to, he's been moved up on the line to the first line.
Yeah.
I like Cirelli.
I do too.
I like Cirelli. I think he's doing a good job. I think, with Braden Point out, you have to shuffle the lines.
You do.
And that's what Cooper did. He shuffled the lines, and, I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, I do too.
We were at our place tonight for all-you-can-eat pasta, which we normally do on Sunday before the show. And I was able to have a conversation with Greg Smeater, who's a good friend of mine. And, he's been with us for the last 4 years on the Toy Drive, and we have good news. If you want, you can go to my page or the Tampabay Thunderstriker page or Devin's page or any one of our feeds and look at the new Toy Drive box that's been released. Or the Twitter, either one of the Twitter accounts. We have 2 Thunderstriker Twitter accounts. We have the new box wraps for the boxes, and they look fantastic.
They do.
And I didn't even post the sponsors yet. We're going to have all our sponsors, going from 1 to whatever, how many we have this year. And the images of those sponsors are going to be on the box, along with the detailed information. And of course, you have the Thunderstriker logo, and you have the Thunderstriker Santa Claus, which is in lightning blue, which makes it very unique and very original. And we have the rights to that. So
it'll be very different from the one up here on the wall. Except for like the Santa Claus.
Yeah. I mean, you're just gonna just go to my page or go to the Thunderstriker page or anything to check it out. I posted it. It's fantastic. It's got all the color and everything. I mean, it just looks great.
It does.
So we really are planning on having a huge year for Mason-Dixon Christmas Wish, and that's what we've been doing for the past 4 years is bringing them toys down to the studio, and we're also going to be delivering them to home delivery.
Yep.
So I'm also trying to get Ronnie Pisco, Rapid Ron back into the studio. to do a show with, and hopefully he'll be able to make it. Also, want to see if we can get Tom back in here as well, hopefully at Snappers. Unfortunately, we had some bad news with his car.
Yeah.
So, we're praying for you, buddy, and hopefully you'll get back on your feet and everything. So that's unfortunate. But for the most part, we do have the Bolts Run coming up. The 19th annual Bolts Run is going to be Sunday, October 27th. First race is 7:30 a.m. You can log on to tampabaylightning.com/bolt run for more information about the boat run if you do the boat run. I also had somebody ask me about Bouet, making it or not making it. Well, he didn't make it. And not everybody can make it.
Yep.
So don't be too disappointed if one of your players gets cut. I mean, I thought Stephens deserved to make the roster, and he got cut. So it's an unfortunate thing, but that just goes to show we got some players this year. We got some guys knocking on the door to fill in positions. So I take it they know what they're doing, and even though Stephens got cut, I feel like we're going to be okay. And some of these guys are going to be okay. And of course, just a reminder about Rick Peckham. This is his last year, which is a shame. 42 seasons in radio and broadcasting and everything, and 24 seasons as the play-by-play man for the Tampa Bay Lightning in his final years. Retiring at 65, and he's got plans to stay in Florida and spend time with his two sons. So, we love Rick Peckham. It's going to be really weird to watch broadcasts without Rick Peckham. But, as time goes on, people come and go.
Yeah.
And, we adapt, and Lightning have some very good radio announcers, very good announcers in general and everything. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be okay. And I have several friends there. I love some of them that they do such great work and everything, and Rick Peckham was definitely one of them. He's iconic.
He is.
So, all right, where are we as far as time?
7:52. So, pretty close to the...
We're really close, and in a minute or two, I'm going to give it to Devin to close out the show with his final thoughts, and then I'll give my final thoughts, and that'll take us to the 8 o'clock hour. Again, I've covered everything. I think, the biggest thing right now being talked about is the break point thing. And again, all I can tell you is he's still in the mix.
Yeah.
You just can't give up. You got to hope that they, re-sign him and come up with some kind of deal. And, we'll keep you posted. And as soon as I know something, I'll post it. And just remember, if you see something, don't always believe it unless it's through a creditable source. And, the correspondents that I told you who cover this team for years, and they know what they're doing. They're very, very good at what they do. So right now, I'm going to give it to my producer, Devin Stopford, and my co-host has fallen asleep.
Obviously.
My co-host has fallen asleep on on the stool, and I'm not even going to bother trying to wake him up. So he made his appearance on camera. I'm very proud of you, Cooch. You did your job, and I don't have a co-host, but he was the closest thing to a co-host today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to my producer, Devin Stopford, with his final thoughts for today, and take it away, Devin.
We thank you for watching tonight. Go subscribe to that YouTube channel if you haven't already.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of a spike to that YouTube channel, so we want to thank everybody for, pinging in and showing your support for the Thunderstrikers. And if you know anybody that wants to, go onto our channels, our YouTube channel is 24/7. You can watch old shows, you can watch new shows, you can watch this show.
This year's shows.
Yeah, it's great. You gotta love YouTube, and it's seen all over the world.
We'll be back at 7 p.m. at Snapper's Bar and Grill Tuesday evening, so make sure you tune in. So until then, have a great evening, have a great week. See you then.
And while I do some heavy self-promotion, we will be back at the WZIG radio booth 104.1 on Tuesday night. So you'll see us in the radio booth instead of at La Casa. You'll see us in the radio station. And we love the radio station. We love being back at the radio station. And I found out that we're also going to be at another radio station soon, and its location in Clearwater.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing the Tuesday nights at Palm Harbor. We are going to be doing a segment of shows on this new radio station in Clearwater. And then after that, we'll see what night that is. I think he said Thursday?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday. So you're going to see us on Tuesday. You're going to see us on either Wednesday or Thursday night. And you're going to see us on Sunday. Wow.
3 nights a week.
You're going to see us soon 3 nights a week. So if you don't get enough of us now, you'll get enough of us later. So it's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to the new challenge, another radio station, and it's going to be fun. I still like doing the Sunday show, but we'll see how things go. We're supposed to get new equipment for here, microphones like in the radio booth. We're going to be getting microphones, and we're going to be getting some new equipment and sound making and everything. So this show is going to get upgraded, and of course we'll be in the radio booth for the other 2 shows. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of lightning shows with us. So we're just in the beginning stages of full-time coverage of the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fine with Devin, but
oh yeah, it's fine with me.
Okay, well, it's fine. Otherwise, if Devin doesn't come with me, I don't have my producer. I'm not going to be happy. But these opportunities are starting to come in. People are starting to watch the show and starting to recognize that we are legit and we have a great show, both in the radio booth and here at Thunderstriker's headquarters, located in beautiful Palm Harbor, Florida. So I got to close out the show, and instead of talking for an hour, I'm just going to keep it to like 5 minutes. This is just the beginning, folks. I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I welcome the opportunity to do it more, a couple more days a week, which is fine with me. I can do this every day. I mean, I love doing this. This is what I do. So we'll keep in touch with everything that goes on with the Thunderstrikers and in our moving forward, both on our radio shows and our home-based show here. And it's going to be fun. So for my sleeping co-host, Cooch, for my queen that never shuts the hell up, that meow, 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 constant meows.
Demanding.
She's very demanding and she's very spoiled. And she loves to eat just like her daddy, so it kind of fits in good. So on behalf of Cooch and behalf of Elsa and my producer, Mr. Devin Stofford, my name is Joe D'Angelo, Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers Live, host of the show. I want to thank you for watching and join us Tuesday night from the WZIG radio booth, 104.1, located in Snapper's Grill and Comedy Club, located in Palm Harbor, Florida. We'll see you Tuesday night from the radio booth. Have a good night, and you Bucks fans, get over it. You lost. You lost to the Giants. Woohoo! Good night, everybody.